The $1 Appalachian ant powder that kills the whole colony bee and pet safe? You wiped them out last night. The whole trail of them across the counter gone, every last one. And this morning, there they are again, marching in the very same line, like nothing ever happened. If that's been your summer, I want you to hear me say something plain. You have been losing this fight because you've been fighting an enemy you have never once laid eyes on. The ants on your counter aren't the problem. They never were. And once I show you who the real problem is, you'll beat it for about $1, and you'll do it without harming a single bee or putting your dog or your grandbabies at any risk. Come, set a spell. Granny's got something to show you. Here's the thing nobody tells you about ants. The ones you see crawling your counter, lined up at the dog bowl, those are scouts, foragers. The lowest, most expendable ants in the whole operation. There could be thousands more you'll never see, and somewhere deep underground there's a queen, fat and hidden, doing nothing all day but laying eggs, hundreds a day. So when you spray that trail, or wipe them up, you feel like you won. But all you did was kill the errand runners. The queen never felt a thing. She just lays a few hundred more, and by morning she sent out fresh scouts to find your kitchen all over again. You could do that every single night for the rest of your life and never get ahead. You're bailing water out of a boat with a hole still in the bottom. To win, you can't kill the ants you see. You have to reach the one you can't. And you can't reach her, but her own children can. That's where my dollar comes in. It's a humble little box of powder called Borax. Your grandmother almost surely had a box of it. The old folks kept it for laundry, for cleaning, for a dozen things. It costs about $1 worth to handle your whole ant problem, and here's a truth the exterminators won't volunteer. It's the very same working ingredient inside most of those pricey ant baits they sell. $1 box, doing a $100 job. But Borax only works if you understand the beautiful, sneaky way it does its job. So let me tell you, because this is the whole secret. Borax is a slow poison, and slow is exactly the point. When a scout ant finds something sweet, she doesn't gobble it up for herself. She carries it home in her belly to share. Ants feed each other mouth to mouth, and they carry food all the way back to feed the queen and the young, so you don't poison the ants. You let the ants poison their own nest for you. The scout drinks your sweet bait, marches home, and hands it up the line to her sisters, to the babies, and at last to that hidden queen. From the inside out, the whole colony quietly comes undone. You never lift a finger past setting it down. Now here is the part I most need you to hear, because this one mistake is why nearly everybody fails, and why you may have failed before. People think if a little poison is good, a lot must be better. So they make their bait strong, loads of borax, and it backfires completely. If the bait's too strong, that scout drinks it and drops dead right there on your counter before she ever makes it home. The queen never gets her share. You've killed one errand runner and warned all the rest. Strong bait is how you lose. The secret is weak. Just a whisper of powder and a whole lot of sweet. The bait should barely have any borax in it at all, only enough to ride home in the ant's belly and do its work slow, after she's already shared it around. Weak and patient beats strong and hasty every time. Remember that, and you've got the whole trick. So here's how you set it. Take a cup of warm water and stir in a good few spoons of sugar. Make it good and sweet. That's the lure. Then add just about a teaspoon of borax, no more, and stir till it's gone. That's it. You want it sweet first and foremost, with only the faintest bite of borax hiding in it. Soak a couple of cotton balls in that syrup, or pour a little into a small lidded container with a few holes poked in the side. And here's where you place it right on their highway. Find their trail, the line they march, and set your bait station directly in their path. Don't you dare wipe up that trail first. You want the scouts to find it and call all their sisters over. Set it and walk away. Now comes the hardest part, and it's not the work, it's the waiting. For the first day or two, you are going to see more ants, not fewer. A whole crowd of them, swarming your little bait. And every instinct you've got will scream to squash them. Don't. That swarm is the best news there is. That's the dinner line carrying your medicine straight back to the queen. Let them feast. In about 3 to 5 days, you'll notice the trail thinning, and somewhere in the next week or two, depending on how big that hidden nest was, it'll go quiet for good. When it looks like nothing's happening, that's exactly when it's working hardest. Now you saw the promise in the title, Bee and Pet Safe, and I will always tell you the honest shape of that, not a fairy tale. Here is why your bees stay safe. Bees forage on flowers, not on ant trails along your baseboard. Your bait sits low, in a covered little station, right where the ants walk, and nowhere near a bloom. A honeybee will never find it nor want it. That's the bee-safe difference. It's all in where you set it. Keep it off the flowers, and the pollinators never know it's there. But I'll not pretend borax is candy, because it isn't. Eaten in any real amount, it can make a dog or a child sick, and the powder can irritate skin and eyes. So you treat it with respect. It goes inside a closed container, tucked under the cabinet, behind the refrigerator, up where no paw and no little hand can reach it, never scattered loose on the floor. Used that way, covered and out of reach, it's about as safe a method as you'll find. Scattered carelessly, it's not. The safety is in the handling, and now you know it. One more honest word for my gardeners. Don't go pouring borax out on your soil to kill an anthill. A tiny bit of boron feeds plants, but much at all will sour your ground and kill the very things you're growing. Keep it in the little station, keep it off the dirt, and your garden stays happy. So here's where I'll leave you, friend. All those nights you spent wiping up ants, you were never fighting the real enemy, you were just tiring yourself out chasing the messengers. The answer was never to swat harder. It was to send a quiet message home to the one in charge and let her own household carry it for you. $1 box of powder, a spoon of sugar, and a little patience. That's the whole of it.